Hey everyone, so today is Sunday and welcome to another episode of Create with Linda. Today I'm going to make manicotti shells for you guys. Manicotti, manicotti, I don't know, however you say it, everybody says it different. But I'm going to make manicotti shells for you guys, and I want you to see how easy it is to make homemade manicotti shells. So simple, really easy, and I think that you guys will be able to do it and you'll love it. All right, so let's get started. Okay, I'm gonna move you guys a little bit, so don't mind the movement of the camera. Sorry, this is like real life here. No Paula Deen professionalism. I don't have my own cameraman, unfortunately. So this gravy over here is cooking. I made this earlier and I showed you guys. You being on this video now, you would have seen it already, probably. I put it in the beginning. So anyway, there's gravy, there's Sunday gravy, it's sausage, and no meatballs today, just gravy. All right, so let's get started, guys. Okay, now, what I'm gonna do is make the manicotti shells. Now, we're gonna start with 6 eggs, okay? I have them in here. I'm gonna take them over here. I hope you guys can see. The glare over here is ridiculous. Okay, 6 eggs, okay? I'm gonna put them over here. 2. My phone's over here because I have to look at the recipe. 3. 4. 5. Move this over just a little bit. How's that? And 6. Whew, is that a shell? Not good to have a shell. That's why I should have put it in something else. You hear that on the cooking shows. They say, always do your eggs in something else because in case you get a shell, well, they're right. Okay, let me throw this in the garbage. I got myself prepared with a bowl or something. Let me get a paper towel. Did I get a whisk? I gotta get my whisk. All right, I'm just gonna put this light on for 1 minute because I want to make sure that there are no shells in here because that wouldn't be good. Okay, no shells. I wonder if you guys could see. Let me see. Think that's better. All right, so I got 6 eggs in here, guys. Right? I have to put 3 cups of water. Okay, that's 1 cup. This is 2 cups, and it has to be cold water. So what I did was I put ice cubes in my water and let it sit for a couple of minutes. Okay? If you have water in the fridge, you can use that. That's 6 eggs, 3 cups of water, and now I'm going to put 3 cups of flour. Okay? Now this is going to be like a pancake syrup. Okay, I'm going to put this in, and then I'm going to put, let me look at my phone because I have to see how much vegetable oil I need. Now the recipe calls for corn oil, but I don't have corn oil, so I'm going to use vegetable oil, which I think I've always used. 3 tablespoons of corn oil, and then kosher salt. Okay, so 3 tablespoons. This is a tablespoon, right? Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. All right. And then, what did it say about kosher salt here? Kosher salt, 1/4 teaspoon. All right. 1/4 teaspoon. Now, like I was saying, this batter is like a pancake batter, but it's a little bit thinner than a pancake batter. It's very easy to work with, and you're going to see how simple it is. You're not even going to believe it, guys. Let's see about this. Woo! That was a lot of salt. I'm not going to put this whole thing in because that was a lot of salt. Okay. I need a new kosher salt. You know when you don't use something often and it just like sits in there? I think I need a new one for that. All right, so I got everything in here. Let me just make sure, okay? 6 large eggs, 3 cups of cold water, 3 tablespoon oil, 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt, and 3 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, I got it in here. Now you just whisk this together. Stupid glare on this thing. Whisk it together without getting it all over yourself. I'm good for that. Let's see. I've been making these for years. Years and years and years. And I don't do it often. God, I haven't made them in forever. And it's not even a lot of effort. It's not even because it's a lot of effort. It's just, I don't think of it. You know, I make stuffed shells, or I make lasagna and, you know, baked ziti. But these, I don't make often. But they are delicious. And they're different. I'm surprised this, oh, it has kosher salt. I'm going to say, surprised this doesn't have salt in it. Meanwhile, it has kosher salt. You guys. So this is Sunday dinner today, guys. This is what's for dinner. Great Sunday gravy today. Growing up, we would go to my aunt's house, Aunt Jerry, God bless her soul. We would go to her house and on Sundays have gravy. And I'll never forget, they would have the leftovers like on a Wednesday night. They would have leftovers, and then the next Sunday they'd make gravy again. So every Sunday, we wouldn't go every Sunday, but we were there a lot of Sundays, and most Sundays, I would say, and just delicious. My aunt would make brajol, and just sausage and meatballs, and bread, and just, we had a ball. All right, so you give this a good mix. My hand kind of hurts a little bit. Just until you get all the lumps out. Okay, this is how it has to be. It's going to be like a runny type of consistency. Okay, now the thing is, right now, I think this should be good, guys. Can you see that? See? It smells just like pancakes. I'm going to put the light back on only because I want to show you something. All right. Get all those lumps out. Make sure. You don't want a lumpy crepe. They call it crepes, manicotti shells, whatever it is. All right. Now, I use a pan this size, but for some reason I can't find my flatter frying pan like this. So I have this one, which is kind of like, almost like a curved up. It's like almost like a sauce pot. I don't know. I'm going to see if this one works. If this one doesn't work, I'm going to try to use this. But this is a lot bigger. I don't want crepes this big, but I bet I could try to make them smaller in here. I don't have to make them the whole size, but it's just easier when you have this, you know, the right size pan. All right, so now I'm going to heat the pan up. Now, okay, it's got to be like on a low to medium heat. All right? Because what you want them to do is you want them to cook quickly. They're going to cook quickly. Not even, it's probably a minute altogether. All right? So what we're going to do is, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of everything here. Sorry, guys. I'm really unorganized right now. All right. Let's get rid of all this stuff here. Got to pick up that top before the dog comes in. The dog's out. Yeah, I still see some little lumps in here. Okay. Now, it's very important that you use a non-stick pan and or always spray it. Now, you don't have to spray every single time. You could spray every other time. It should be fine with every other time. Okay, so I'm going to spray it. Not an enormous amount. Okay, because you don't want them to be greasy. And I'm going to use whatever thing you want to use, but just you'll judge. You'll be able to judge. I think it has to go a little bit higher. As soon as you see the bubbles, okay, I'm going to give this a couple more whisks. As soon as you see bubbles coming up with the grease in the pan, get rid of that, you know it's ready. You're going to hear like a sizzle when it goes into the pan. Okay, let's get you a little bit closer there so we can really show. There you go. Really show you guys how we do it. Is that light? You think the light would be, I don't know. Stupid ass light. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Stupid light. All right. Okay, it's definitely ready, okay? So I'm going to take like a half a scoop of this. because I'm not sure exactly how much yet, but we're going to see, okay? Now just watch, guys. Put it in. Now immediately you move the pan. Immediately you move the pan back and forth. It definitely needs a little bit more. Okay, you'll get the knack of it. You just have to play with it. Okay, you just move the pan around like that. Now see that perfectly shaped crepe. Now, this pan I think is going to be good. Now what you do is you just come along the sides as it's cooking, and you just kind of like do that, kind of like bring it up a little bit with your spatula. By the way, this thing, you need to get this thing, guys. This is awesome. I think I got it at the Dollar Tree, if I'm not mistaken. It is great. I use it for eggs, for picking up French fries, for picking up everything. It's amazing. Okay, so now, you see how it's looking? It's actually done. I could probably just flip it, but I'm not going to because I don't want to take a chance. Oh, ooh. Okay, not ready yet. Not ready yet, guys. That's okay. Hey, this is real life. This is what happens when you cook. I'm just gonna give it another minute or two. The first one is always like the you know, the one that is not gonna be perfect. The first one, you know that. First one is always the weird one. I think my flame might not be not high enough. There you go. Okay, so now this one's a little funky, but that's okay because it's my first one. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put parchment paper out onto my tray because it's very important that you put it on parchment paper so this way it doesn't stick. Okay, so this one's definitely done. All right, now that one's kind of funky, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all because it's going to be filled. It's going to be delicious. All right, guys. Now I'm going to spray this just a drop because I'm not sure of how much. Okay, so I would say like a good half a ladle. Okay? All right, ready? Now the most important part is just to do this. To just go around the pan like that. That's all you got to do. Look at that. Look at how simple that is, guys. You leave it there, you wait a couple of seconds. You start doing that. Moving it up a little bit. These are so simple. I mean, once you get the knack of it, like, really, look at this one, guys. See? So simple. It's really, really easy. Okay, see, this one's just about ready. I'm going to wait another couple of seconds. Next, I'm going to try homemade raviolis. I've never done homemade raviolis. My husband's begging me to do those. So probably in a couple of weeks after I get over this one, I'll make homemade raviolis and I'll show you guys that. See? Turned over. Look how easy. And you could flip it. You could flip it. It'll just turn right over. Couple of seconds and it's done. I wonder if I could put this over here. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put that over here. I'm going to put the little other thing over here. There we go. Perfect. All right, this one's done. So I'm just going to put it right on the parchment paper. All right, let's get moving. And you can do these pretty fast, too. You really can. You don't have to, I mean, this is, you know. Here we go, a half a ladle. Put it in, twist the pan around. Definitely a half a ladle. Half a ladle. You see that, guys? Look at that. Look how easy that is. Now, you see how easy that is, literally. I mean, it was like 5 ingredients. Flour, water, eggs, salt. What else did I put in? And oil. You mix it up. It's done. So simple. So simple. You can have a nice homemade meal. Fill this. I'm going to make the filling after. I'm going to put it, stuff them, and show you how it comes out and everything. It's so delicious, guys. Nice Sunday dinner. Okay, this one's ready. Like I said, give it a minute or two. No, I give it a couple of seconds, like maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds. And if it's too early to be flipped, you'll know. Because I just tried to flip it and it's not cooperating. So I'm going to wait another second. And then you can do it even with your hands. Here you go. And these taste wonderful too. They're really, really good. In fact, I have a little piece. Let me taste it. Really good. It's like a crepe. You can make fruit, put fruit, like a fruit crepe or something. Really good. Okay, done. I'm gonna try to do it without spraying it this time. Let's see what happens. It just needs a little bit more. Just twist the pan around till you get it. And you let it sit there. You guys probably got the gist of it already, right? Very simple. So, I'm going to do one more for you guys. And then I'm going to get the filling ready. Get all that stuff ready, and then I will show you how we assemble them. All right, let's do one more after this one. Okay. Oops. I'm a little impatient, but it's okay. So what I do is I put them on this tray here. It's on the tray, and then after I get done with these, after I fill up the tray, I probably fit 6 on here. I'm going to put another piece of parchment paper in the middle of them. This way, on top of them, this way they don't stick. All right, that one's done. I think I'm gonna spray every couple of times. I don't think you need to spray every single time. Okay, I'm gonna do one more for you. I think I need more here. Yeah. You guys, you just turn the thing around, and this pan actually is working out perfect. It's perfect, the perfect pan. You know what? We'll just fill up the tray here, and then I'll go and I'll get the filling all together. I'll finish making these, get the filling all together, and show you guys. Actually, I'm going to show you how to make the filling in a few minutes. So I'm going to finish these grapes, and then I'll get you guys in with showing you how to make the filling. Now, this filling is just like for, I mean, I don't know, some people, like my girlfriend, she just plops like the ragout on her lasagna, which I've never done that before, but her lasagna is the best lasagna. So, I never done it that way. We always, growing up, my mom always made like a ragout mixture. She puts like eggs in it, and grated cheese, and just, and all the seasonings and parsley and basil and everything, and mixes it all together, and then puts it like in. That's usually that's what I do most of the time. Is I make like a ragout mixture. Okay, that one, we got one more to do before we have to put the parchment paper back on. Okay, this basically does itself. You put a half a ladle in, and you just twist it around, and it basically just does it itself. Okay, and I'm going to get another piece of parchment because I'm going to put it over the other piece once that one's done. Like I said, it's very important to use the parchment or whatever. Where'd my spatula go? Oh, spatula. Spatula. Oh, here it is. Sorry, guys. See how that moves? Look at that. Within a couple of seconds after you move it, I'm going to try to flip it. I'm going to be daring here and try to flip it. Oh, that's not good. I do that with my, whoops, I'll pick that up later. I do that, or the dogs will eat it. I do that with my with my eggs over easy. I flip the eggs like this. My kids laugh. Okay, ready, guys? Let's see if I can do it. Woo! Nice. That was a dud. Okay, that's okay. I tried. It's a little bit heavier than the eggs. That didn't work. See, here we go. And like I said, if you want to make these and put fruit in them, make crepes, like with, I don't know, fruit dip or something on them, or, that's another video I'll have to make. I can make the crepes that way. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to put it on the tray, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another piece of parchment over it, guys. Okay, because you got to do that, otherwise they'll stick. You're going to be using a lot of parchment paper, but it's all right. You only do this once in a while. Okay, look. Okay, there's the parchment paper. All right, so I'm going to get prepared to make the mixture, and then I'll be back with you guys. All right, guys, so I'm back. The crepes, Monaco shells are done. I got I think 36 out of that bag. I have some over here, so I'm gonna get started now. I'm gonna make the mixture. Okay, now this is, let's see what size of good this is. This is 3 pounds, but I probably will just do the whole thing because if I don't use it for all the, if I don't use it for all the Monaco shells, I might use it for something else if it's too much, but I have a lot of Monaco shells, so I don't think I'm gonna make all Monagoods. I'm not sure, I'm gonna give them away, so I think I might. Okay, all right, so I have the ricotta. You know, this is almost 3 pounds because yesterday I took a couple of spoonfuls out of it for something else. I'm gonna put in a whole bunch of cheese. This is probably like a block and a half, like a 16-ounce block. Mozzarella, mix it in. You gotta put mozzarella in it. Okay, so you have cheese going through the Monaco. I'm gonna put a little bit more. I'm gonna save a little bit for the top, but I don't want to use it all. All right. Salt. Now you can taste it after you season it and you see what it needs. If it needs something else. All right. Grated cheese is a must. Nice amount, probably about a cup of grated cheese. Garlic powder, of course, guys. You know, the garlic lady queen here. Onion powder. I'm going to put fresh parsley in and fresh basil, but I'm also going to put a little bit of regular parsley. You know, dry parsley. Because I just like the way it colors it. And, whoops, I almost took that one with me. That would have been good. Italian seasoning. Okay. I'm going to push this to the side now. Let's get rid of this. This is garbage. Get rid of that. Okay, so I'm going to give this a good mixture. Now, there's a trick that I do, and I don't know, I don't think everybody does it. I think it was just my family did it, or my mom did it. She would, see how it's really like thick? I got to put a couple of eggs in it too. I forgot the eggs. Okay, I'm going to put 2 eggs in it, but it's still going to be kind of thick. So what you do to loosen it up is you put a ladle of your sauce or your gravy inside the mixture, and it loosens it up and it makes it so good. Okay, let me get a couple of eggs. Are my eggs up there? They're not, right? Okay, 2 eggs. Okay. All right, 1, 2. Okay. Give this a good mixture. A good mix. I don't think I put salt, but I don't think I put pepper. See, look at that. It's loosening up a little bit. You can look Brody in, I guess. You can help me. We have a lot going on in the kitchen today. My daughter and her bestie is in here. They're making food. And I'm making this, and the dogs are in and out, trying to get in, trying to get out, driving me crazy. Cooper was in here for 5 seconds before he literally pulled down the bowl that was on the counter and dumped out the rest of the batter mix that I had, which thank God it was only like 1 crepe left in there. But he's lucky. 2 seconds, I turned away and he is crazy. Crazy, crazy puppy. Okay, so give this a good mixture. Let me put some pepper in it. Where is the pepper? I don't think I put the pepper over. All right. Got some pepper. Give this a good mix again. All right, guys, I'll move this away over here because what I'm going to do is I have to cut up some parsley and some basil. Okay, so one thing you gotta have is fresh parsley and basil in this. I mean, you know, I say that, but I don't always make my gravy with fresh. If I don't have it, I don't have it. I use dry, and it's just as good, but just, I don't know, it's just, you know, it's a difference when you use fresh. You just taste the difference, taste it, you know. So here's the parsley. Now I'm gonna take most of the stems off. It's a pain in the butt, but you don't want I mean, you can have a couple of stems here and there, little tiny stems, but you don't want big tree trunks, you know, in your mixture. All right, so now this is a meal you have to plan. Like, you're gonna, you know, like, I really should have probably did this yesterday and like we eat it today, but you know, it is what it is. So it's a lot of work. The crepes are easy, but the whole thing is a lot of work. But that's Sunday, you know, that's Sunday gravy. It's gonna be a lot of work, but in the end, it's delicious. And we'll eat this during the week too. Like during the week, since I didn't make meatballs today, during the week I'll make it like maybe Wednesday or Thursday, and I'll make meatballs and add that to the gravy. All right, so cutting up basil, and this thing is so obnoxious. Cutting up basil, and my kids are laughing at me. Cutting up basil and parsley. My kids, my adult kids. I don't know, I'm not an empty nester. I don't know when that's gonna happen. Never. Never. This one over here.
Just kidding.
Oh, she said just kidding, thank God.
Excuse you.
Love my kids, but, you know. Anyway, let's move on. So I'm giving this kind of like a little bit of a rough chop. I'm not gonna, you know, make it so tiny. I want to kind of taste it in there. My son calls it the grass. Oh, you put grass in it? He says. Meanwhile, he doesn't realize that all his life, this has been in every bit of food that he's eaten, and he doesn't realize that's what makes it good. You know, boys. All right, so this is kind of a rough chop. Probably chop it up just a little bit more, guys. And you do it as you want. You can even put it in your chopper, you know, or whatever you want to put it in. You get it the way you want. So this is the way I want it. I like that consistency there. So I'm gonna put all of it in here. I'm gonna save some for the gravy, but I'm gonna just put it all in here, and then I'll cut a little bit more of it later. Now I'm gonna go put a ladle of gravy. Well, I'm gonna bring it over here actually. I'll bring the gravy over to the good. Okay, see? I'm putting a ladle of gravy in it. It just loosens it up, and it spreads easier. And it makes it so tasty, guys. So tasty. Okay. Now, a lot of people say, oh, I put the recipe in the description box below, and, and it makes it easier for you guys, but I don't do that because you know why? I don't really have recipes. Like, there are some recipes, of course, like if you bake and stuff, you have to put a specific recipe, but I don't do that. I make my own concoctions up, really, so I can't really put a recipe down. But, if you want to make manicotti shells, you go to Pinterest, or you go, you just punch in manicotti shells, and the recipe will be there. In today's day and age, you don't really need the recipe. You can just get it yourself, obviously. So if you're having trouble getting a recipe, or something that I've made that you really can't find the recipe, or you want that's maybe something of homemade that I've made that nobody else has made, just ask me in the description box below, and I'll be happy to do it for you. I'll be happy to to give you the recipe, write it out for you, or whatever. That's not a big deal, okay? So, but I just go by the seat of my pants here, guys. I just this is how I've always cooked. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that's what happened. And you know, my meals always come out really good, not to toot my own horn or anything. Okay. All right. So that's all mixed. Now I'm gonna taste it with a spoon. So yummy. There's a little bit more salt. Definitely more pepper. Really good, cool.
It's good? Sure it is.
All right. Okay, so this is the consistency, guys. Yeah, it's a little chunky, but whatever. It doesn't have to be. This is really a nice consistency here.
You want all
It
this?
really is. So I got some remnants of basil and parsley. So I'm just gonna put it right back in there. It's clean. Clean table. You don't wanna waste any of that. That's all good flavor. Now, I got a tinfoil pan and I put gravy on the bottom of it, okay? This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take one of the crepes, see? See the crepes? Came out so good. It smells so good. Take a spoon. This spoon is huge. I'm not using that spoon. Take a spoon, fill it up like this. Now you want a nice amount. You know, you don't want to overload it, but you want it to be full. Let's come a little bit closer. Come a little bit closer here. Let's move you down. There we go. Still on my armpit. Okay. All right. See the amount I put in? You roll it up like this. You put it right on in the pan with the seam down, okay? With the seam down, right in the pan, like that. And there you go. And you guys, I'm telling you, you're gonna be so shocked how delicious this is. And like I said, yes, it's a time-consuming type of meal. But, you know, you can make these crepes like one day, spend a half a day or a couple hours making all these crepes and put them in the freezer, and then you can make them when you want. You don't have to do everything at one time, you know. And so really, you know, there's a lot of things you can do. So yeah, so it's that simple. It's really that simple. You load them up. You have kids, let the kids sit down at the table and do this with you. Something for them to do, and you know, keeps everybody busy, and it's so delicious. I'm telling you, once you have these, once you have these fresh crepes, you're not going to want to buy them at the store. Really. It's really that simple. It's really that simple. So my next thing is I'm going to do raviolis. I'm definitely going to try raviolis because I've been wanting to do that for a while. Okay, so let's keep doing these. I'm going to roll these up, get these in, and then they're going to go in the oven for about, I would say like, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes, maybe? Sorry. I'm eating the cook-up mixture as it's coming off out of the things. So good. Look, guys. I'm telling you, I cannot wait to eat these tonight. I'm going to have a lot of this mixture left. But I have a lot of crepes, so. Like I said, I'm going to give some away. Because I have really great people in my life that have helped me through some hard times and some, oh, this one just cracked, but then you know what, that's okay. It cracked, but it cracked kind of, look at that. Cracked like, it looks like a mouth, oh. It cracked kind of in the middle, so I'll just kind of like, I'm just gonna like push it together and put the mixture right in that spot and cover it. Let's see how it works. Ooh, it's probably gonna crack. Yeah, I didn't think of that. That's all right. That's okay, because once they cook, who's gonna know, right? Who's gonna know the difference? Let me get some more crepes, guys. I'm gonna finish up this tray. Finish up this tray that I have. And then What I might do is I might, if I have left, I might do fill all the crepes because I have that much mixture. I might just fill all the crepes. I think I will. And then freeze the ones that I don't use. This way I'll just freeze them in nice tin foil tight in Ziploc bags and just put them right in the freezer. And one night when, you know, we don't know what we're gonna eat or we wanna have some Italian, we can whip out these manicotti shells. So easy, guys. I don't know about you, but Italian is my thing. I mean, of course, I grew up Italian, grew up eating Italian. Everything was Italian. Very, very delicious. All right, I got one more to fit in there. And then I'm going to finish up the rest, get these in the oven, and when I take it out and they're all done, I'm going to come back and show you guys how delicious it is, okay? My hands are all dirty, and I'm certainly not gonna lick my fingers in front of you guys because that would be rude, even though I did it already. Oh. Hey guys, so I'm back. Now, they're all done, they're all rolled up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a ladle of gravy on top of them, like this, just so to keep them moist on each one of them. I had to put 3 in here because I couldn't fit them in the other pan. Gravy on each one. And then I'm gonna bake them, like I said, I don't know, probably for like, so yeah, probably 30, 35 minutes. Just until everything gets cooked. I mean, everything is cooked. Everything is really cooked. It's just heating it all through and getting the cheese to melt and everything. I'm gonna add a little bit more water to my gravy because my gravy is a little bit thick. So, good old water. You just add some water and it loosens it up. I know I had a wooden spoon here somewhere. Wooden spoon. Yes, no, that's not it. Where did I have it? Oh, I think I put it in there already. All right, I'll just mix it with the ladle. So I'm mixing up the gravy a little bit more, just so I get some more, because it got a little thick. During the week, I'll add more gravy to it, another can of tomatoes, loosen it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm putting gravy on, and I'm gonna cook all these because I figured whatever we don't eat and we won't eat during the week, and I don't give away, I'll freeze, and then everybody else can have, you know, we can have them another day. Honestly, I don't think there's going to be much left over. During the week, we eat these a lot. We'll eat these. Everybody's like Italian fiends in this house, so it'll be eaten. Okay, so now I'm going to put mozzarella on top. Okay, sprinkle the mozzarella on each one. Okay, because you got to have that extra. My oven's preheated to 375. Like I said, my stuff is usually 375, 350. Okay, oops, I missed that one manicotti totally with gravy. Completely bare. Couldn't see it back there. I don't have that much cheese. I guess I have some in the fridge. I have some more in the fridge I could use. I think I have more of like the fresh mozzarella in the fridge. Okay, I'm gonna have to get it for the other pan. Okay, so you guys get the gist of it. This is it. It's gonna go in the oven, and I'll show you when it's all done. Okay, we'll be back with Sunday dinner done. All right, guys, so here it is, all done and ready to eat. I got my sausage and my manicotti, and we're all ready. Sunday gravy. So, listen, guys, like this video and give it a thumbs up, which is, I guess, liked, and hit the notification button, so this way you know every time I put a video up, okay? We will be seeing you soon. Bye.